What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Grand Scheme. This is Grant Kahonu here, and it is time to hit the Tier 4 Basic Arena tonight. Hope that you're having a good evening on this fine Sunday. The final countdown. I like that song. It's probably the shortest lyric that I've seen you post here, Ristic. Congrats, by the way, on getting Dr. Voodoo there. Smash that like button. Jago Fury, welcome to the stream. How are you? Did you get some time off this weekend? Heading to bed in an hour. Got an 8 to 8 tomorrow. Gotta love those 12-hour days. Is that one job, or does that take up both of the jobs there? Keeping an eye on the stream here. Looks like we've got the low video output warning again. May have to do our evening ritual and reset the OBS again. No pressure. Yeah, thanks. Give me a second. I'm going to reset OBS here. Alright, once you get a Tier 4 Basic, you just need 2,000 basic fragments, and Mordo is going to rank. So you're going to rank 5 Mordo instead of your new Voodoo. Is that for Prestige or for Alliance War Defense? Davi Vinicius, welcome. How are you tonight? Well, if you're just joining, welcome. We're hitting the Tier 4 Basic Arena. Just getting started here. Usually start with 3 stars on the first 5 fights and then move to 5 stars at fight 6. Need to practice with Voodoo more. He can do fine at rank 4. Yeah, now is this the first time you've got him? Or did you awaken him? Dale Silbernagel, welcome. Got Dr. Voodoo today. Took him to rank 4. Congrats on Voodoo. I think he's the new record holder for the highest cutoff for a basic champion. We had a few that stopped just shy of the cutoff. Missed him by about 200,000. It was a pretty sad thing to see. First time. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy him. I've got mine at rank 3. He's unawakened. as I'm sure I've mentioned, and he's fun to play with, but he doesn't place a whole lot of the Loa unawakened. So my understanding is once he is awakened, he'll do much better at placing the Loa, which is really what makes him good, converting all those. It looks like we're still having an issue with YouTube tonight. Is the stream very choppy on your end still? Space Goo. Think DV will wreck Awakened at 440. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, extremely. I'm gonna try to reset OBS one more time. Yeah, this is getting pretty frustrating. I did not have this problem at all until just a few days ago. I haven't changed any settings. I'm going to reset OBS one more time. Diego, how are you this evening? Good to see you. Well, I've resetted it again, and we're back to green for the stream health. So hopefully it will stay there. The only thing I have changed on the stream is adding a few things here on OBS as far as the display or the layout, but I wouldn't think that would affect the video quality as far as the streaming goes, but I could be wrong. So what are you guys up to tonight? Are you hitting the Crystal Cornucopia or the T4B arena? T4B. I wish I knew what the cutoff was for top 50 in this. I really am behind on my Tier 4 basics. Thinking about just foregoing the Crystal Cornucopia and Crystal Splash this week and pushing through the T4B and maybe trying to hit that top 50 and get an extra one out of it. Oh man, Diego, I understand that. After Nebula, I didn't even want to touch Arena. That might have, if I'm being honest, might have had something to do also with me not really being entirely motivated this weekend to grind as hard for Star-Lord as I had intended to. After getting Yondu, I spent all last weekend grinding, and so this weekend it was just, man, got other things going on, and it just wasn't quite a priority. Yeah, we don't get as many Tier 4 basics from Alliance Quest as we used to, so, I mean, we can't, don't have the luxury of skipping the Tier 4 basic at all. Gucci Nick, how are you this evening? Welcome back to the stream. I'm going to try to turn a few things off on the display here and see if that changes some things. No, that doesn't appear to be changing anything. I wouldn't think that that would make a difference. There's always Joe Fixit. Yeah, he's coming up, isn't he? Is that that's next week? I already have him at like signature 60, I think. So yeah, no need to grind for him. Carnage or Punisher? I think Punisher looks better. I was just having a discussion with a friend of mine in my alliance here about Carnage, and it's just unclear to me. I think we're just going to have to wait till he comes out really to figure out exactly how he works. Watching the videos and reading the description, it looks like you're going to be changing your buffs all the time throughout the fight. And then once you use a special, he'll begin to mutate, and then whatever is active at the end of that mutation is what he copies permanently. And so it's not like he can just gain 5 buffs at a time. It's random, and then you gain 1 at a time per mutation up to 5. And most fights aren't even going to take that long that you're going to be able to use 5 specials, I would think. But then again, if his power gain is decent enough when the opponent is bleeding, I guess you might possibly be able to chain together some first specials and build up those Furies a little bit more quickly. Carnage, next week's featured. Probably Carnage because MCOC put that the picture out on Twitter I saw of the Carnage Claw. Mike Bye, welcome to the stream. I apologize for the poor video quality. I'm not quite sure what's going on with it. I've been wrestling with that for the last few days. Dryan Locks, welcome to the channel, brother. Mr. Odin Father, he's a new member in our alliance. He's got his own YouTube channel going, but hasn't posted in a while. I'm going to be harping on him to get some more content up pretty soon. Is Map 6 worth doing? Double JHW. Yes, Map 6 is worth doing if you have the champions to do Map 6. If you don't have strong enough champions or the right champions for specific paths, then you are going to be hurting yourself doing Map 6. You'll have trouble finishing, and then when you don't finish, you'll end up with less points than you would have if you had just run Map 5. But if you can finish it, yes, absolutely, it's worth doing. Vinny Crisione, welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you in a bit. Hope you're doing well. And thank you, Vinny, for the new sub there. I appreciate it. Yeah, we do Map 6 day 1 every week. And actually, day 1 of map 6 is a lot easier than day 5 of map 5. At least that's been my experience. But you need to know the layout. You need to know what the buffs are, what the debuffs are for the nodes, and then bring the appropriate champions. You've also got to have a decent stash of Alliance health. I mean, if you get in trouble, you start using health potions, you've got to use the level 4 health potions. Otherwise, it's just too easy to burn up all your potions, and then you're stuck, because there's 10 paths in section 3, and if one person fails, then the whole group fails. First person to pronounce your name right. Well, thank you. I take that as a compliment. But I know how it goes. My last name is not always easy for people to pronounce either, so. This video is looking pretty bad on my end. It's a bit frustrating. Been doing really well. We've had a pretty good weekend, other than having some sickness in the family. It's been a pretty uneventful weekend, which is nice. Just been able to relax. Spent today monitoring a brisket on the grill, and had a nice smoked brisket for dinner. That's the first time for me smoking anything, probably about 3 years, so that was good. Noob hacks for you. Welcome to the stream. Wolverine is great for offense. He is no good for defense. Well, let me qualify that. If you're in a lower tier Alliance war and you put Wolverine on a... well, that may not be true anymore. I was going to say if you put him on a high health node or a node that's immune to debuffs, then some people might get in trouble with his regeneration. But since 12.0, they have changed it so his regeneration is based on his base health and not his boosted health, so that may not actually be an issue anymore. I would avoid Wolverine on defense. Plus, anybody who brings a Star-Lord will be able to take him out pretty easily. Well, Vinny, I'm glad that you're feeling better. Yeah, it turned out really good. It was my fire went out a couple of times. I tried to smoke a smaller meat last week, and a pork loin that required about every hour and a half or so add more wood or coal to the fire. And so I'd go out and check this one about every hour and a half, and there's a couple times that it had gone out, and so I had to get it going again. So just out of practice. Like I said, it's been about 3 years since I've done anything. Is there a difference between smoking and barbecue? Yes, barbecue is a larger category. Smoking a meat is one way of barbecuing. So you have direct heat, a direct cooking barbecue, and indirect cooking barbecue. You can place it right over the flame, or you can put the flame off to the side and just use the heat from the smoke to cook the meat for larger pieces of meat and tougher meats like brisket. It's indirect, and it takes hours and hours. It was on the smoker for about 10.5 hours today. Just one Mystic T4CC away from your first 455. Oh yeah, if she's awakened, yeah, definitely. I would not hesitate at all to take Magic to 455. She is amazing on both offense and defense. Yeah, even unduped, Magic is amazing for offense, but if she's unduped, I wouldn't take her to 455 because they're just so... The Tier 2 alphas are so rare at this point unless you are going to be running Labyrinth. I would wait until you have an Awakened champ for using those. Jar Gaming, welcome to the channel, sir. If you guys haven't checked out Jar's channel, do yourself a favor and do that. One Mystic away from rank 5 Voodoo. Very nice. My problem is these Tier 4 basics right now. Well, I think it's been determined one way or another. Storm or Star-Lord, I'm definitely going to be getting into the Labyrinth within the next 2 weeks. So hopefully we can get this YouTube issue straightened out with the lag on the video, because I would like to live stream those fights. Hey, you're welcome, Jar. Just returning the favor, man. You're always very kind when I drop into your live chat. If you're just joining the stream, welcome. Drop a line in the chat. Let us know you're here. We'd love to talk with you. Jago says no. Okay, man, I'm not going to force you. That's alright. Aren't you supposed to be sleeping or something? I did not get Voodoo. I did not go for him. I started on the Star-Lord arena. I hit 4.2 on Friday night for Star-Lord. I was planning on spending Saturday grinding for him, and just ended up not having the time to do that. So I started on Voodoo Friday or Saturday night just to get in the pool. So I think I did about 800,000 in the Star-Lord arena. Yeah, I took a chance. That didn't work out. Totally forgot I was a legend. When did you get the... Okay, yeah. Oh, look at that. I just went green. And back to red. I got my hopes up for a minute there. I got my legend tag from the King Groot's loot. I ran that in just at 4 hours and 30 minutes. Well, I think I'm just going to end up taking a third special here from Cable. I'm not even going to bother trying to bait him out. Unfortunately, his buff wore off before I can get that second special. Going, oh, that is so close. There we go. I thought he was going to fire it off, but he didn't. Yeah, man, it's failing. It's definitely failing. It is so bad on this video. I think it's getting a little worse every day. This is the worst I've seen it, I think, at least on my end. Who did I use? I used Storm. I had my 5-star magic at rank 4 at the time. She is unawakened. And I ranked her up because I knew I had the rank down tickets. So I used a 5-star Storm at rank 4, a 5-star Magic Unawakened at rank 4, and then Cyclops, Magni. You know, I think I'm watching this. When I turn off the stream, this OBS has a really low CPU usage. And then when I start the stream, the CPU usage goes way up. So I think I'm going to delete some of these scenes that I have in here, so you'll see a couple of scenes come live while I delete them. And that may work. Let's see if that lowers the CPU. Alright, well, how are things looking now? Hopefully that's better. I am green on my end now. It looked like maybe I just had too many scenes running in OBS. Took some of those off, and it looks to be doing better. Good. Well, maybe I figured it out. Excellent. That's good to hear. So, Jar, how's California this time of day? Where you're at about 9 p.m.? Still some lag a little bit. Not nearly what it was, though, right? Well, sorry guys, I'm kind of at a loss now. I've done everything I know to do to fix the lag, and it was mentioned last night that there was an issue with YouTube. Several of the other YouTubers are experiencing lag on their live streams, and maybe just complicated by my OBS, but there may just not be a whole lot more I can do. It's not too hot here, but man, it has been humid, terribly humid. Well, I don't know. I've had that smoke in the background running since my first live stream. And like I said, it's only been the last, 3 days that it's been doing this? check one more thing here. Mike Bye, thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate the support there, even though we're having trouble with the video tonight. I'm just checking my processes now. I'm wondering if I've got something else in the background running. Yeah, man, it's been terrible. It's not even been very hot, but it's like it's humid. You're just sweating all the time, even though it's not hot. It's like just sticky. But we had a pretty good rainstorm this afternoon, so hopefully that gets some of that out of the air, and things will dry out in the next couple of days. Yes, I do, Ristic. I delete those, but I've downloaded a couple of programs. That's why I was just checking if I might have a process running in the background. I downloaded a VLC player a couple of days ago, and I just remembered that. So I stopped that process to see if that might help, but it doesn't look like it did. Jimmy Anderson, welcome back to the stream. Working out? Had a minute to pop in and say hi. Well, thanks for doing so. Hope you have a good workout. Robert Beckham, welcome to the stream. How are you? I think I will probably spend some time tomorrow just researching this and breaking down things in my computer here and seeing if I can't figure out what's going on. You're good. Good to hear. For those of you who were here last night, or maybe it was the night before. No, I think it was last night. I apologize again for the. We had a little bit of drama in the stream. Had to ban somebody from the chat room, and thought it was kind of funny. I was checking later. I gained a few subs after the stream, and the person that got banned actually subbed to the channel after he got banned. Thought that was pretty humorous. What am I talking about? You'll have to be a little clear, more specific about what I'm talking about, because the chat pops up a little bit after you post it. At least I see it a little bit after you post it. And if I've talked about a few things in the last few minutes, I don't know exactly which thing you're talking about. Oh, it was bad. We just had somebody made a really inappropriate comment. Not anything that I'm going to repeat, but yeah. I mean, if you wanted to spend the time, you could watch the video from last night, or the live stream from last night. But East Salinas 9 Squad, welcome back to the stream. How are you, sir? I hear it's hot in California right now. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind some drama. Drama happens. You get people together, you get drama. And we have, and you get trolls in the chat, and that's fine. I can dialogue with a troll. That's, it's not going to bother me any. But some people, you cross a line and you can go too far. Bastion Bilboa, Thank you for the sub, sir. Appreciate that. Yeah, sometimes Robert, my train of thought shifts pretty unexpectedly, and then I change subjects without warning. So I apologize for that if I lost you. Yeah. Now I kept my composure. Um, yeah. If you want an example of what to do when you get a bad troll in your stream, you can go back and check out Jar's channel from a few days ago. He had a pretty nice rant going on there for a while, didn't you, Jar? What day was that? I'm assuming it was just once, but I don't know. Maybe you do that every day. Yeah, I like Haitian. He keeps the chat interesting. By the way, good evening. Good evening, Haitian. Good to see you. Not so bad in your set. You live up north in Monterey County. Oh yeah, so you've got that nice ocean breeze going up there and keeping it a little bit cooler. Well, I'm a broke honky. If we ever meet, I'll buy you a cigar. You can fill yours with whatever you want to fill it with, but I'm just going to enjoy the cigar. Bustero, how are you this evening? Good to see you, sir. If you're just joining, welcome. Let me apologize for the video quality tonight. I've been trying to troubleshoot it as we're live streaming and playing and everything else, but for some reason we're having a bit of a lag issue. Maybe YouTube, it may be my computer. But I've got to get T4B done, so I'll keep streaming just as long as you're willing to hang out. That was lucky. I don't know if you could even catch that with the lag there, but fighting Cable with Quake here, and her concussion aftershock triggered right as he fired off his second special, and just stunned him and didn't even fire. That's a beautiful thing. Jonathan Vega Jr., welcome to the stream. And look at that, I am green now. I just got a green signal that the stream health is good again, so hopefully we'll get a break from the lag here. Could be Brian Grant's fault for the lag. Well, I guess I'll never know. Anybody else just hate these Kang fights and Thanos fights? These things, they just will not bait their specials. And the champion, what is that? Champion rating? Not defender rating. What am I trying to think of? The challenger rating, that's it, is pretty stinking evident in these fights. You go up against an opponent with a pretty similar PI, and it just takes twice as many hits to kill him. I was drained and just had finished modding several channels that day with bad trolls. Yeah, I know. I was in Arby's stream there that day too. Bustero, no, I did not go for Voodoo. I have him already, but not Awakened. I was planning on going for him until it was confirmed that Star-Lord was the feature. My Star-Lord is at a signature 60. And I thought, well, I would just go for feature twice and get him maxed out. Ended up not having the time to grind over the weekend that I wanted, so just put up 4.2 in the feature and about 800,000 in the basic. But I'll shoot for Star-Lord again beginning tomorrow, and won't miss him this time. Usually have more time to grind during the week than over the weekend. Just got the class cast to rank 5 Quake. No. Don't do YJ over Quake. I would not do that. I like Yellow Jacket, but I mean Quake is. Once you learn how to play her, I think Quake is better, and she is much better prestige. And her synergy with Black Widow and Hawkeye is amazing too. So yeah, don't do Yellow Jacket. I mean, if you were considering Hulk or World War II Captain America, then maybe I could see a justification for that, but not Yellow Jacket. Yeah, I haven't seen T. Ricky tonight. I'm sure he'll pop in here before too long. Target for Star-Lord? I don't know. I was going to put up 8 million for him. What did he end up going for? I know Voodoo was just barely under 6. You duped your Star-Lord from a crystal 2-3 weeks ago. Congrats on that. It's always nice when it saves the grind. I probably wouldn't have even bothered with him, but trying to get into the Labyrinth by the end of the month, and the game refuses to dupe my 5-star, so it's just going to have to be either my 5-star Storm or my 4-star Star-Lord running it. The problem with Storm is that she just does not do as much damage as I would like for her to do. In the same amount of hits, actually in less hits, I can do more damage with the 4-star Star-Lord than with Storm. The problem with the Star-Lord is that the enraged timers are just extremely short. Rogue, aka Matt Man of Master, welcome back to the stream. What would you best AQ team be? Black Widow, Hulk, and Rogue. That would be a very good team. I like it. I think it depends on what path you're taking. I really like Ultron and Vision. I bring them every time for Alliance Quest. And then I rotate depending on the path. Usually bring Vision or Ronin, my 5 stars at rank 3. Today my path changed and I brought in Crossbones. Well, it looks like the stream is doing better now. How is it looking on your end? Thomas Dowdy, welcome back to the stream. How are you, sir? Odin was in a bit ago and told me that you were going to be showing up. I don't know if he's still hanging around. If World War II is not awakened, would you consider rank 5 for him? No, if he's not awakened, I wouldn't. I've got a Yellow Jacket at Signature 99. He's sitting at rank 4. He won't go 550 for a while. I mean, another reason is, well, I guess that probably doesn't matter anymore anyway since they're putting everybody in the 5-star crystal. But up until now, I mean, Yellow Jacket's been in the 5-star crystal. Quake wasn't available. I think play with Quake some, test her out, see what you think about her, and then make your decision. Hey, you don't have to apologize to me. Thomas, if you can make it, you can make it. No problem. Pursuit, welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. Grinding for T4B2. Awesome. Yeah, World War II he still has a good block proficiency, but he's much better when he's awakened for Alliance War. Actually, a lot of people bring him in there to Alliance War. 5-star, Boostero, I don't want to hear it. 5-star Awakening Gem. Vinnie Mac, no, I did not get Star-Lord. I had to give up on the grind. Anyone tried with Quake and doing her aftershock stun? Yeah, I use her. I've only brought her to Alliance War one time, um, because I have the 5-star Hawkeye, and tried her out. I didn't do too well with her, but that was right after I got her. I think I'd probably do better now if I brought her, but I've been bringing Daredevil for unblockable nodes. I've got 2 unblockable nodes. Thinking about dropping him though, because he's actually turned out to be a liability for me on those nodes. Stream is smooth now, good. It just had to work itself out apparently. See what I mean here? Fighting a 5-star. I know this is only a 440 Electra, but she is not doing a whole lot of damage here. This has got to be the Challenger rating in effect right now. Come on. Use 3 of the 6: Gamora, Magic, Black Widow, Howard, Groot, and Phoenix. You use Howard and Groot in Alliance Quest? I can't really judge on Howard since I don't have him, but why would you use Groot, if I'm understanding you? Talking to Matt, Man of Master. D King, what's up, man? Good to see you again. Mike Bai says, Gran, who would you go for as featured 5-star in the near future, given the upcoming heroes that have been announced? You know, I haven't gone for any features yet at all. I mean, I've been trying to do Star-Lord and Magic. I mean, more than any features, I just want those 2 duped. After I awaken those, I planned on starting to go for features, but now that they're adding features in the 5-star crystal after 6 months, I don't have any immediate plans. I mean, some of the features that are going to be available in the next few months are more appealing to me than the ones that than Punisher and Carnage are right now. Now, when they release the other ones, after I see their abilities, I may change my mind on that. And if I can make it through the labyrinth, it may be easier to consider features as well, because I think you get 20,000 5-star crystals from first run of Labyrinth. Any tips on how to use Voodoo to get the most damage? Well, you've got to stack those Loa and then convert them. I don't use them a whole lot, but I think you want to, what is it, even or odd, that puts the Brother Daniel on him, that increases his ability accuracy. Groot poison immune? No, he's not poison immune, he's bleed immune. Yeah. Champ dates are wrong from Trucos? I have not noticed that. Has Nebula been fixed? I don't think so. Not last I used her, but we can test her out here. I'll be getting to her soon. If you're just joining the stream, welcome. Drop a line in the chat and say hello. Yeah, Groot reduces debuffs at times, but he just doesn't hit very hard. Unless you can get him to throw off those pacify charges, which is going to either take you... It's either going to mean you're going to have to take damage to do that, or you're going to have to bait specials. And you're going to have to bait half a dozen specials to get those pacify charges high enough to get the Furies high enough for him to actually do decent damage. Doing work on Brutal DLX's King Groot. Now, what is his signature ability? Isn't King Groot's signature ability he just replaces the buffs as they expire? Map 3, is it? For Black Widow mini boss. See, there's a 500 difference PI between Rogue here and Black Panther, and she's got class advantage, and I'm still almost 35 hits in. After we get past Thanos' team and they're not 565 5 stars, that fight would have taken 20 hits at most. Gravender has a video on that. Makes complete sense to me. Not sure why people think Trucos is right about the champ release dates. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't inspected the dates. I just, I saw the calendar, and we know they're coming. I'm sure as they start rolling out, the dates will be finalized, and we can get more accurate information on that. Just got your third 4-star at 99. Alright, sorry guys, I'm going to have to actually pay attention to this one here. Again, he's just not doing a whole lot of damage. Gonna eat a third special here too. And hopefully he shrugs off that bleed. He does. Alright. If we get another second special off here, we should be golden. There it is. Alright, sorry Vinny. Third 4-star at Dupe 99. Opened 3 PHC and got a 4-star Abomination, 4-star Luke Cage. So you've got 3 max signature 4 stars, and 2 of the 3 are Abomination and Luke Cage. Yikes. Man, I thought I had bad luck. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, Thomas, I've got a Twitter account now. If you check on the stream description there, you can see my Twitter handle. You can even just tag me in a tweet there, and I'll check it out. Kobe, have I ever ranked in this? No, I've never ranked in this arena. I do have a friend of mine in this alliance though who has ranked top 50, and I think it was I think he might have done 6 million, something like that. Yeah, 6 or 8 million. It's a lot. It's a lot to put up in 24 hours. But I mean, you get to use your 5 stars. If you can put 15 up in the feature arena, you can do 8 million in this arena in 24 hours. I mean, 48 hours. But you've got to forego the other arenas. And the tier 3 basics. I think I'll correct myself. I have got the final one where you just get the tier 3 basics one time. And they may not be worth it to you now, but there will come a time when they will be. where you're just struggling to get any kind of catalyst at all. Ooh, missed Voodoo with 5.85. That's what, 10,000 off? That's crazy. Alright, sorry if I missed any of your comments in the chat. We're just about done with the Thanos teams, and then these fights will start getting easier. This is fight 15, so hopefully this is the last one. CJ says, if you're new and subscribe to the channel, I will gift him a 5-star Star-Lord. You don't need a 5-star Star-Lord. Mister, I have a 5-star Star-Lord and a 5-star Magic at rank 4. Don't listen to him. That guy's a chicken and a jerk. Where's T. Ricky to sing that song at, anyway? I feel like I have to explain myself. CJ stands for chicken jerky, so that's why I said he's a chicken and a jerk. Yeah, I've run Hawkeye, Quake, and BW. It's fun. I'm not really sure how much it does, though, because Hawkeye's ability is hemorrhage, and it only triggers once per fight. And his bleed is pretty reliable. So the increased ability accuracy with Quake doesn't do a whole lot for him. And Quake's ability is also pretty reliable, so that doesn't do a whole lot for her either. So it helps Black Widow. And I'm going to lose this fight to this Juggernaut. But I think what would be great if you had another champion that's that has abilities that don't trigger quite as often, aren't as reliable, and you put that champion with Quake and Hawkeye, then that would benefit. So, for example, Jane Foster, she has a 100% chance to shock an opponent with a special now, but her chance of stunning an opponent who is shocked is not 100%. So if you were to put her with that team with Quake and Hawkeye, that would increase her chances of stunning there. But Hawkeye is really nice. I was able to solo a Hyperion on node 43 power gain in Alliance War Tier 1 today. So that was nice. He is very good. I mean, you get the extra bleed damage and somewhat more accessible power control since it's with his first special. I brought Magic in a few times for that node, but it's also a what do they call it, where the power drains after 20 or 30 seconds, and I just could never get to her second special in time before it drained. Debating on moving non-dupe 5-star Hawkeye to rank 3. Yeah, I think he's worth it. I mean, his signature ability is just the hemorrhage. And like I said, it's only triggers once per fight. And if you're not a high signature level, then a lot of times that hemorrhage is just going to feed willpower anyway. So before, when mine was at 20, I was just hoping he didn't trigger hemorrhage. Electric, Gilly, Cat Marvel, Rocket, Ghost Rider, Thor, Jane Foster, Colossus, A-Bomb, Luke Cage, all 80s signature ability. Yeah. Well, Hulk is not bad. I wouldn't say, and Ghost Rider, and Rocket, and Gilly, and Cat Marvel. I wouldn't say that's terrible luck. Those are good. Those are good. A-Bomb, Luke Cage, Spidey, or Spider-Gwen, not so much. Oh yeah, That would be nice too. With Winter Soldier, he'd power drain more frequently. Does he have a power gain synergy with Hawkeye, or was that's just with Black Widow? Well, I guess that wouldn't affect Winter Soldier, because the Quake and Black Widow synergy is only between the two of them. Quake and Hawkeye synergy work for Irradiate? I think so. I think so. Yeah, my 4 stars at rank 3. I've got all my 4 stars at least at 330. I'm not ranking any up above 3 unless I just know that they're solid. Hey, thanks for dropping in, Jar. Appreciate it. Have a great night, man. Well, I believe you, Abomination hits harder than he used to, but he doesn't hit as hard as Hulk does. I mean, if you can poison the opponent, then he'll do more damage, but he only poisons if he's getting hit. Which, any ability that requires you to take damage, I'm not a fan of. Would you say Magic at 455 is better offensively or defensively? Yes. I'd say both. Most people put her on defense because she's just a pain with her limbo. But I've said all along, if mine gets ranked, she's going on offense. I'm tired of dying to Magic. And Magic is the best counter to Magic, I think, apart from maybe Archangel. Kobe24, yes, I've noticed that too. I'm going to have to start handing out wrenches here pretty soon. Getting a little more difficult to keep up with the chat. Which, by the way, if you are just joining, welcome, and if this is your first time to be here, a special welcome to you. We're pushing for 1,000 subs. That's 651 right now, so we've had a few since the beginning of the stream. But I'd like to get to 1,000 before we start live streaming Labyrinth. Plan to do that within the next 2 weeks. So it's a pretty aggressive goal, but I think we can do it. Yes, Archangel is that good against Magic. If he can get her bleeding and poisoned and change that to that neurotoxin, he shuts her down. Quake kills Magic? Yeah, I hear that too, but it's slower. It takes a lot longer. You just got to sit there and hold that heavy attack. Then you get backed up into a corner. From what I hear, Archangel is the best option right now, apart from Magic. Thanks, Vinny. I appreciate that. I'll definitely, probably here in the next week, be selecting a few. I need to keep an eye out and see who the regulars are. Yeah, I think several of the champions that people are putting on defense regularly are actually pretty suited for offense too, but because they're such good defenders, people don't really consider using them on offense too much. Four-star Gamora, Black Widow, Phoenix. Very good. How often? I've been streaming just about every night. Usually Monday nights I don't. But almost every other night I have been the last 3 weeks, I think. My usual routine is usually I put the kids in bed, and then my wife and I watch a show, and then she She turns in at about 10 o'clock, and then I'd come down in my office and take care of Alliance Quest, Alliance War, run some arena, and then I thought, you know what, might as well just start live streaming it and have some company. So it's pretty regular. Buddy did LOL with a 455 Awakened Archangel. Yeah, I believe it. We've got a guy in our alliance who has a 455 Archangel, and yeah, he's told stories. I'd love to get my hands on one. I don't even have him as well. I don't have him at all in any stars. I've also heard that Voodoo is capable of doing some serious, doing some serious damage against magic. Magic really is not hard to fight. I mean, if it's just her limbo. If you can keep her from hitting those power bars, then you've got it under control. Yeah, I've got Magic as a rank 3 5-star unduped, unawakened, and my 4-star Magic is at 440. I thought about taking her up, but I think I might. I decided to leave her and to rank up Voodoo, but then I didn't get Voodoo. I didn't get him to awaken my Voodoo. So my options right now are Magic and Voodoo right here, and Ghost Rider. Magic is, in your opinion, the best champion? Or the best champion that you have in your roster? No, Ristic, you've made it clear. Or maybe it was T. Ricky that made it clear that you don't want to be a mod. So, no, I'm not gonna like force a wrench on anybody. If you can dodge a wrench, man, you can dodge a ball, right? A 5-star Mutant Awakening Gem, an Archangel. Oh, yeah. Well, I hope you get him. Good luck. Tip for Magic. Don't get L3'd when you have a million bucks. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely. That's why I always worry when I run my my top 3 4-stars are Mordo, Phoenix, and Nightcrawler right now, and all of them stack buffs like crazy. And inevitably, I end up pulling a Magic on that fight in that series every time. And it's like, who is the least likely to push her Mystic Dispersion up over the edge and just get completely slaughtered? You went for a 5-star Gwenpool and duped your Magic. I'm not sure that I'm allowed to comment on that. It depends on if Ronan1979 is in the chat or not. I would be happy with it because my Magic is not awakened, but he went. CJ, are you still around? How many times did he go for Gwenpool? 5 or 6 times? Didn't get her. So yeah, my sore spot is my 5-star Star-Lord. His is Gwenpool. What does RNG say? It means random number generator. Random number generator. And so your what you get from the crystal is determined by RNG. Yep, dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. I'm glad somebody got that, Vinny. No, I'm not gonna awaken Voodoo. I'm gonna go for Star-Lord. I need to get his signature ability as high as I can, so that I can get into the Labyrinth. As much as I'd like to awaken Voodoo, I don't need him awakened right now. I've got plenty of attackers. Hyperion best Cosmic, Magic best Mystic, Star-Lord best Tech, Mutant Psylocke. I can get behind all of those except for maybe Psylocke. You have a 30,000 shard Hulkbuster. So are you saying you opened 2 featured and you pulled Hulkbuster and awakened Hulkbuster? Alright, stop getting beat up by Rogue. Yeah, 5 times, but probably should qualify that he also opened, what, 5 Hood crystals, and he pulled and duped Hood in those. So it's not like he's completely destitute of featured champions. Brian R.A., welcome back to the stream. How are you tonight, sir? Yeah, I'm not saying Psylocke is bad. I have Psylocke. I like her. I'm just saying that I think there are... Well, I'm going to get beat up by Loki. I think that there are better mutants. I mean, Iceman and Archangel among them. Your alliance is asking for a day. Who did it? Oh, when you pulled your Hulkbuster, that is painful, man. I have not had that bad of luck. I mean, I've been pretty upset duping my Spidey, and first and second time I duped Hawkeye, but yeah, I probably would have cried myself to sleep if I had pulled and awakened Hulkbuster. That's painful. No problem, Brian. No problem at all. Yep, I need Iceman still. I need Iceman. I need Archangel. Yeah, and if she's awakened, then she can also reduce ability accuracy or eliminate ability accuracy. I was mentioning this the other day. I need to find out who it is. But there's one guy I watched posted a video on his channel with a 5-star Psylocke fighting a Nightcrawler as the boss in Alliance War. And as you know, that's a stun immune node. Well, she power locked him, used a 3rd special, and stunned him. And kept him stunned for quite a while. It was pretty impressive. You can't stand Superior Iron Man. Why is that? I mean, if he's the only champ, and he's basically a clone of Iron Man, he's actually better than Iron Man. His armor up is more effective than Iron Man's. He can't be magnetized by Magneto. So, I mean, other than that, he's basically a clone of Iron Man. Yeah, Psylocke doesn't cause bleed. Nightcrawler causes bleed damage. It's classified as bleed damage, but he doesn't actually bleed. I think there's another one, isn't there, that uses a sword and doesn't bleed? Vinny Cristione, thanks for hanging out for a bit. Gotta hit the haystack, yeah. Have a good night, man. Get some sleep. Kalo 20. Thank you, sir. That's the answer right there, Angela. Angela does not bleed either. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Yes, he does. And actually, I have a 5-star Superior Iron Man. He's unawakened, but I would love to have a 5-star Superior Iron Man, Captain America, and Crossbones. I don't remember what it's called anymore, but in the old system, that would have been a was it 21% crit rate between the three of them. So you've got an extremely high block proficiency with Captain America. You've got the regeneration with Superior Iron Man, and then you'd have the extremely high attack and ability reduction of Crossbones on a crit team. I think that would be a great team. Well, Kalo, thanks for coming out of the shadows and saying hello. Not too much. I wouldn't think he'd be that great on Thorns anymore, because I mean you've still got several skill champions that can bypass the Thorns. I mean, people are putting mutants on there because it reduces Black Widow's ability to bypass Thorns. I just think Hulkbuster is, I mean, for being a defensive champion, he's not a very good defender, in my opinion. Always preferred the Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, Vision double. Yeah, double Falcon. Yeah, I ranked up my 3-star Falcon so that I could run Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, Ultron, Falcon, and Vision. And that is a team that I used to finish Road to Labyrinth, actually. I think it's I can't remember exactly. I mean, I don't have a 4-star Falcon, but with a 4-star Falcon, I think that would have been a 28% crit rate. Plus, you've got 2 bleed immunes, you've got regeneration, you've got power control, ability accuracy reduction. It's a very solid team. Trying to fight Groot with the Voodoo and use his L1 quickest fight ever. Yeah, that's fine. He just converts all of those to the Spirit Venom, right? I like using Mordo against him as well as fun, but that takes the second special, which doesn't take very long to get to if you can charge your first up pretty quickly with the heavy attack. But use that second special, Mordo's second special, and he will place a soul barb on every single one of those buffs as well, and just melts him away. Well, if you're just joining the stream, welcome. Drop a line in the chat, say hello, and let us know you're here. Never left. Diego still here. Good. See, Matt says, what I'm saying is because Sim is cosmic, it makes him weak because he gets heavy counter. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess if you run him with Captain America, though, then you've got class advantage if you do run into a Mystic. Are you taking Mutant Crit Team to LOL with Star-Lord? Yeah, I'm playing around with a few different teams. I was thinking about taking Star-Lord, my 5-star Storm, and then 4 and 5-star Magneto and a 5-star Cyclops. That way I get the synergies and have a backup. I don't know if that's going to work though. If I have to do it with a 4-star, it's just not going to be enough attack rating. So I may end up doing, if I just do Star-Lord, then I would bring the 5-star Cyclops and Magneto, and then 4-star Yellow Jacket and Ant-Man for the 18% attack increase. You think the rank down tickets will be back? That DPS though, welcome back to the channel. I don't know. I have seen comments in the forums where Mike has said that if they do come back, they'll be for special events though. So he didn't completely rule it out. So it's a possibility. Well, Matt Manamaster, thank you. Have a great night. Hope to see you again. Well, Pursuit, how many hits do you get in before you get to that second enrage timer? I did it earlier today. I got about 156 hits in before the second enrage timer hits, at which time the fight is over. Am I saving units for Labyrinth? Well, that's my intention anyway. And then I have a moment of weakness and see, oh look, Yondu crystals are back out. I really need to awaken my Yondu, and then end up wasting crystals for that. Yeah, 160-ish. Yep, that's about where I ended up. I hate that. If I could manage to get in, yeah, because I used Storm. I took Storm in earlier. My masteries are not set up for Labyrinth right now. But I took Storm in, and I did. I got a 441 hit fight in, and took him down to about Red Hulk down to about 700,000. Like, if I could get 441 hits in with my 4-star Star-Lord before the timer expired, I probably could have beat him. So it's just that stinking enrage timer that is the big problem. Act 5, Chapter 2 might be difficult. Yeah, it looks interesting. I've learned to reserve judgment on those things. When they announced all the degen for 5.1 and everybody just went crazy with it, it didn't turn out to be as hard as it had sounded like it would be. I breezed through it pretty easily. Yeah, I'm a terrible hoarder. I can't hold on to crystals very long, and I don't use a lot of units actually playing the game, but I do spend more units on crystals than I should. I've told myself I need to start reminding myself when I get tempted to open a crystal that that's over 3 revives for Labyrinth right there that you just blew on a 2-star. But I do have quite a stash of revives saved up. I've got 700 or so, I think, of the crystals where you can get some revives from there. And then I'll load an Odin worth of units on before setting out. And my alliance is pretty good about helping out when people are running Labyrinth. We're pretty good about gifting if revives are needed. So I think I'll have the resources to do it as long as Star-Lord is capable of doing it. And I know he's capable, others have done it. I'm just trying to get past the... Yeah, but I could do it for so much cheaper if my 5-star were awakened. Anybody else in the stream done Labyrinth yet? I know someone stacks a bunch of boosts, clears 2000 attack. I haven't tried it yet. I'm considering running Suicides, taking Assassin out, that entire tree out, running Suicides, and also maxing out Suture and Coagulate and Willpower to try to keep up with the trickle of health lost. Maxing out Recoil and just using third special since the special 3 doesn't take damage right now. And I know that'll push him pretty high. Originally they said that synergies and boosts will not affect that attack rating, but that's not true. We know synergies affect it. But I was under the impression still that boosts do not affect it, the enrage timer. But someone in my alliance yesterday said that they do, and this is a guy who has completed it 100%. So if they do affect it, then it may be possible to get that extended enrage timer. But I've just got to play around with it. I'm not quite ready to change my masteries yet. I need to finish doing some gameplay with Yondu, and I've got a specific mastery set up right now for him. Once I get that done, then I'll change it around and test some things out with the Suicides. Still have 4.5 and 4.6 to finish in Road to the Labyrinth. Good luck with that, Ristic. If you have any questions or anything about that, let me know. I'd be happy to help you out any way I can. Of course, it'd probably require me to go back and take a look at those. Remember exactly what those buffs are on those nodes. I haven't done it in a while. Yeah, definitely, Pursuit. If you try a boost and see that it does extend the timer, let me know. CJ, that's true because Red Hulk doesn't proc any buffs, but he'd probably down Maestro pretty stinking fast. I've actually seen people say Ronan is amazing for Maestro. Because against Cosmic Champions, I think Maestro just gains buffs like crazy. That's his enigmatic. Can you explain the working of Black Panther Civil War? The Ranger, welcome to the stream. What would you like to know for Black Panther Civil War? I don't like the guy personally. He's one of my least favorite champs. I think I just used him. Otherwise, I Probably could have explained him a little bit better while I was fighting with him. He has two modes, so to speak. He's got the orange buffs that he gets when he takes damage in the reflective armor state. And he stores those up until he can land a hit. And once he lands a hit, he reflects all that damage that he's taken back to you. So he can do a significant amount of damage if he has taken a significant amount of damage in that reflective state. When he's not in that state, then he is building up armor ups. And if he has an armor up and you stun him, he'll reflect the stun so that you become stunned. Yeah, so as long you can stun him as long as he does not have an active armor up. But most of the time, if you face him in Alliance War, he's going to be placed on a node that has an armor up buff, and so he's always going to have the armor. And so you just can't stun him. You'll have to fight him as if he's a stun immune. Suicide Mastery actually recommended. If you can manage the trickle of health lost over a long fight, I think that suicides would be feasible. Because, again, right now, you don't take any damage from recoil on a third special. You can't go in and spam your first or second special, otherwise you'll kill yourself. But if you can max out suicides, I mean that adds 60% to your attack. And if that will extend the enrage timer, then it would be worth it, I think. Because right now, 165 hits is not a whole lot. I mean, if you can extend the enrage timer and double the amount of hits you can get in, or maybe not even double the amount of hits, you're going to be doing a significant amount of damage more than you would if you weren't running suicides. And therefore, using more without running suicides, dying from the enrage timer, you're going to be using more units on revives. So I think it might be a good payoff. You hope never to awaken Civil War Black Panther. Why is that? Just because you don't like him? Or because he starts in the armor up mode? Seven bleeds. One of those, I think, was the suicides, but still. I'm telling you, at this moment in time, Joe Fixit has the best bullet spray special of any champion. Hey, you're welcome, DPS, no problem. I will be able to answer that more definitively here in a few days after I can switch my masteries up. Speaking of Black Panther Civil War, let's see if I can. I'm going to take Iron Man in against him just in case I mess up. I'll at least have the regeneration. So this one is awakened, so he's going to start in the reflective state. So I don't have to worry about armor up with him. I can stun him. I can parry him. The problem is going to be if I mess up and I get hit. I'm going to take. He'll probably knock off at least half of my health with one hit because he'll reflect all of that damage back. You can reflect his reflective stun. With Mordo, I know that works. Are you talking about? Oh yeah, with Black Panther Civil War, fighting Black Panther Civil War. Is that what you're talking about? You just go back and forth until somebody's armor up wears off. Ah, no. I really messed that one up. No, these headphones are pretty good. They don't get hot. I just need to adjust them just because of more of the pressure on the ears than anything. All right, so I can stun him now. See that orange reflective armor? Now when I hit him, as long as he's got that active, see, it's gonna add those charges. So with 2 charges, if he hits me, he's gonna deal two charges worth of damage back, which is not a whole lot. Now that he's out of that reflective state, he's got the 5 armor ups. I cannot stun him. He's back in the reflective state, so now if I were to stun him and he reflects that and he hits me with those 11 charges up, I'm dead. So I just try to fight him as if he were a stun immune champion, and then you don't have a problem. Is Luke Cage really a bad champ? He is such a pain in the ass to fight with his physical resist stuff. Yes and no. Ask Chicken Jerky, I'm good at these kind of answers. Yes and no. He is a bad champion offensively. You don't want to use him on offense. Just because he does not hit as hard as he should hit. Historically, he was a terrible champion because of his willpower. I remember back in the day, one time I paired up, just for fun, in Arena, I paired my 4-star Ant-Man against a 4-star Luke Cage to see who could die first. And I think I carried that fight on for like 5 minutes in Arena. It was crazy, because both of them, they stack Ant-Man stacks fatigue, Luke Cage stacks exhaustion, and both of them were just feeding willpower and never doing any damage. I finally ended up just quitting, letting Luke Cage beat me, but anyway, he doesn't do very good on offense. He can't hit. He doesn't hit very hard. Defensively, he's not a hard champion to fight against, so he's not great defensively. But he is a pain in the butt to kill, because he doesn't take a whole lot of damage if he can get those resistance buffs up. So I fight a Luke Cage in Alliance War Map 6, and he, especially with the evade bug, when I couldn't evade the second part of his first special, he was one of the hardest fights for me. Next to Juggernaut, he was the hardest fight. And partly because I couldn't evade that special, and partly because I timed out on the fights. Just couldn't do enough damage to finish the fight in 3 minutes. Nice intercept, thank you. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but thank you anyway. Sums up Luke Cage. Not much fun to fight against, not much fun to fight with. He's noticed he's gotten the nickname Pillow Hands. Yep. I didn't take him past 1 bar of power, so I didn't get my power back. Now he's going to stun me here in a minute. You've been seeing people taking him into Alliance War. Really? Why would they take him into Alliance War? What do you know what paths that they've been running? Now, CJ here has taken Luke Cage into Alliance War 1 time, at my suggestion, because Kabam Mike had suggested in the forum that Luke Cage should not take as much damage from thorns as other champions, because thorns deal physical damage, and Luke Cage has a high physical resistance, and so therefore he should not be taking the thorns damage. Well, that didn't work out too well. I think Mike lied. I mean, I guess his other attribute is he's bleed immune, so they could take him for the bleed immune or the bleed node, but still, I would think he's a liability just about everywhere else. I'm trying to think of a justification for bringing him. I mean, maybe if they took the bleed path with the unblockable second special, maybe. If they screw up on the second special, they end up eating that one, and that's the first time they get hit. He doesn't take any damage. So maybe. I personally would not do it. Oh, an Alliance quest. Well, if they've got him ranked and he's got class advantage, or they're taking a bleed path. Is he the only science champion that's bleed immune? We've got several that are poison immune, but I think he might be the only bleed immune. I'm telling you, I don't know why your Fix-It, Joe Fix-It isn't ranked yet. You got to use those Science T4CC eventually. Yeah, I agree, Hulk should be. Yeah, I can't think of any other science that are bleed immune. Logan, like Groot, is also one that you want to bait a lot of specials. He doesn't hit very hard until he throws off these pacifism charges. Then he can actually hit, he can do some pretty decent damage. If he will throw off these next 4 now, if I had 8 of those up, then he would tear through the second half of Ant-Man here. There it goes. Now we're gonna get we had got to 7 before the other one started wearing off. But he can actually do some decent damage if you can manage to get those pacify charges stacked up. Zachary Bahena, how are you tonight? Hey, thanks Thomas. Have a great night. Up 500 bucks. Yeah, it's time to quit, man. Quit and go home. Run while you're ahead. Zachary, you haven't been telling us about your 5-star champions lately. I think you're snoozing on us. Oh, I'm glad you added that second line, Kobe, out of happiness. I was going to say, what is wrong with you? What in the world? Why would you be upset with pulling a 5-star Ultron? I would be ecstatic. $8.5 for Star-Lord. Yeesh. Yeah, I wouldn't have got him then. I was going to stop at 8. Wouldn't have got him anyway. Well, I guess I just better plan on another feature type grind then, starting tomorrow. Swipe Train, you say SL went for 7. How are you, by the way? I haven't seen you in a bit. Clinton Monk, welcome to the stream. And you got a 5-star Ultron a couple days ago. Excellent, sir. Congratulations on that. That is an amazing 5-star pull. Get that dude ranked up and start taking him to Alliance Quest or Alliance War. Yeah, that Android fiasco did suck. This probably is a bad matchup, since Punisher's just going to multiply these bleeds and take the poison, but worked out pretty well. I'm really liking Punisher. Doing computer diagnostics, I saw you streaming. Very good, man. I'm glad you had the chance to jump on. Excellent, Clinton. I would love to get my hands on a 5-star Ultron. Well, if you're just joining the stream, welcome. I'm trying to wrap up T4B Arena here. Love it if you drop a line in the chat and let us know you're here or say hello. By the way, if you haven't subbed to the channel yet, I'd appreciate it if you do that. That'll help me out. Planning on running Labyrinth in a couple of weeks and live streaming the fights. And my goal is to try to get to 1,000 subs before then. Got about 350 to go. So do you have plans for your Ultron, Clinton? Other than taking him rank 3, are you going to use him on in Alliance Quest or Alliance War offense or defense? Speaking of Alliance Quest, I'm at 4 energy. I need to jump over here and see if I'm needed yet. Looks like we probably won't get to Cable again tonight, but I can at least clear the Symbioid here and Psylocke. Just a bunch of cool people chilling, grinding, and chatting. Yeah. Now this is a power gain heal block, so probably should have taken Vision in here. There we go. Just got lucky. 4-star Ultron is unduped. Holding out for a 5-star chance. Have a rank 3 5-star instead of a rank 5 4-star. Well, hopefully you can take both of them up eventually. My 4-star is rank 5, but I would definitely get a 5-star to rank 3 as soon as possible. I'd run him in both Alliance Quest and Alliance War. Well, thanks for the sub, Boostero. Did you get an animation on the screen? I didn't hear one pop up. I think more people would sub if you spiced it up a little, like, you won't believe this, the evening grind. Section. Yeah, that's a good way for me to get in trouble, Kobe. Yeah, definitely. No, I haven't tried him again. I have not. I was actually planning on trying to beat Maestro with Ant-Man again when they announced that they were going to increase Ant-Man's chance of landing a fatigue. But when I saw that they increased it from 19% to 20%, I had a chuckle and then decided, no, I don't think I'd do that. Ah, mistimed that evade. I gotta wait and let him regen here. There we go. Why would you put a tech symbiote on heal block? Yeah, that doesn't make sense much, does it? Because he inflicts heal block anyway. Sometimes you can get lucky with Doctor Strange and heal on against a tech symbiote, but you basically got to hold out for your third special and use it when you don't have heal block already and when you're under the right sign. I used to do that quite a bit, but it's a pain. Didn't get an animation. Huh. Somebody got an animation earlier. Let me check it. I wonder why. You know what? Maybe it might be your settings. If you have it set up so that your subscriptions are private, then it probably wouldn't show up. That's my guess. See, because I can test it here. I know we had one earlier come through, actually one or two come through. And if this page will hurry up and load. Yeah, see there's a pop-up. So it's working. I bet it's just that you must have it set to private for your subscriptions. That you can set that so that people can see what you've subscribed to, channels and videos that you've liked, and then you can set all of those things to private too. So if your subscriptions are set to private, it probably didn't register. Oh, see, we got about 210,000. I don't think I'm going to make it. Nope, not going to make it before we run out of 4 stars. Who do I want to run with him? Let's do Hyperion. We've had a few more hop on here in the last few minutes. Welcome to the stream. If you would, drop a line in the chat and let us know you're here. Four bleeds. You're still no Joe Fix-It. As soon as you hit 1,000, I'm going to unsubscribe. I believe it. I believe it, CJ. I can always count on your support. Hey, thanks, Pursuit. Have a great night, too. Yeah, definitely keep me posted on the boosts. And if I get around to trying it before you do, I will let you know as well. Only 4? Who was? Well, that must have been T. Ricky that was creating accounts the other night just to sub. Where is T. Ricky tonight anyway? He's playing. What is the word I'm thinking of? Anyway, he's absent. He's not here. Yeah, I'm surprised TJ's not unsubbing and resubbing throughout the stream tonight. You know, that sounds like fun, right? And then you just keep getting the pop-up notification all throughout the live stream. Of course, I shouldn't say that and give him any ideas. T. Ricky vanishes at times. Yeah, that's all right. I saw him earlier today in Brian Grant's stream. He did a 15 4-star crystal opening. I saw him posting in there a bit. Unsub inbound. Okay, thanks, Swipe Train. How's your channel been going, by the way? Fefe. I think that is an ancient Sumerian word that means something like subscribe. Close to the 200 mark. Very good, sir. You even got the picture. I'm trying to. What is the picture? What is the profile picture on that? I can't even read it. Looks like a baby food jar or something. It's too small to make out. I saw that thing that word floating around on Facebook for like 3 or 4 days before I figured out what it meant. Or not what it meant, but why it was floating around. I don't follow Trump on Twitter or anything, so I don't get all that stuff. Means sub to grand then unsub. Yeah, I think that makes perfect sense. Or does it mean unsub and then resub? Donald Trump. Well, I know that was from his tweet, but are you saying that the profile picture has something to do with Trump? Yeah, I can't make it out. I guess I can go to the channel. That would make the picture bigger, right? Grab bag. Cheese quavers. Huh. Never heard of him. I've had some pretty good luck with some PHCs. Last couple days, I duped my Miss Marvel, not Kamala Khan, but this Miss Marvel that's the copy of Captain Marvel here. I duped her today from a PHC. And yesterday I pulled Iron Man from a PHC. And having some pretty good luck. I think you've killed the chat, Cub Fefe. I think my Red Bull's starting to wear off too. T4B done. Proving grounds, last 2,000 shards. And Mordo it is, right? I think Mordo's another one that might actually be feasible on offense for Alliance War. You could theoretically just spam his first special against those noted buffs and keep him degenerating the entire fight. See, this is what I mean. Groot just does not hit very hard. Until now. Now he'll start hitting hard because he's got those Furies and stuff stacked. But until he can snap those passive eyes off, he does not hit very hard at all. Mutant Arena Combat is on. Yeah, I was thinking the other day, I wonder how Spider-Gwen would do in Labyrinth of Legends against Juggernaut. Yeah, because Juggernaut stays unstoppable until you hit him with a heavy attack, and Spider-Gwen's heavy attack cannot be interrupted. That would be an interesting fight. I don't know. You'd have to get her to Juggernaut in the first place, but that might be interesting. I'm 121,145 points away, and I think that was the last of my 4 stars. And it is not safe to use the 3 stars at this point. 23 minutes. Mutant Arena Battle. So we need 8 more fights. So what I'm gonna do when I get to this point, I burn my duel credits to get those last in. So anybody want me to duel you? I will do that, so I can get the last of the milestones there. No, thank you, CJ. No, thank you. I don't want to restart the streak. I haven't even touched Crystal Splash or Crystal Cornucopia yet. Hey, I know I can duel CJ. This guy sucks. Look at this. 455 Magic, 455 Star-Lord. What a jerk. Maxed out Mystic Dispersion. Okay, Boostero, what's your IGN? I don't lose. I never lose. You know this. Unless it's Alliance War or sometimes Alliance Quest. Get it? Ah, yeah. That was close. Her limbo almost wore off before she dropped. Okay, Space Goo and Boostero. Iron Man and Star-Lord. Wow, man, you've been blessed with some tech catalysts, haven't you? How do you like that Iron Man at rank 4? Control-Alt-Delete. Welcome to the channel, sir. I was hoping he didn't use it. I was going to try to get him to full bars and then unleash a second special there. 22,520. Yeah, he is. As long as you can get around that arc overload. Still easy, just extends the fight. Space Goo. Mordo. .598 PvP win streak. Very nice, sir. That's a lot of grinding. Yeah, his regen is I imagine, a definite asset. Salvador Perez, welcome to the stream. How are you? No, I don't want to duel with the 3 or a 2 star. I want to use a 5 star so I can get the last of the milestones in the mutant combat. You don't have thumbs anymore. Yeah, man, doing that 15 million, that was brutal for Nebula. I know how you feel. This hat has little to no functionality. Yeah, probably, but I like hats. Duel you with a 3-star Iron Patriot. Alright, well, I'll do that. Remind me after I get the last milestone here. Anybody else? I gotta at least check out your profile. Control, Alt, And I gotta scroll back up. Is it full delete? And DEL, okay. Oh, what did I do? Did I put, somehow I got an E in there. CTRL. Archangel. Actually, let's look at the profile. Very nice. Did you get lucky with the crystals there with Archangel? Ellis Mandel, welcome to the stream. I can duel you. What's your in-game name? I always evade that last part just a little bit too soon. Daring Beyaz Tangil. Well, Ellis, I don't typically add people as friends in the game. I just don't use the game as a means of communication much at all. Daring Beyaz Tangil. Very nice, sir. You've completed Labyrinth of Legends 100%. What are you doing in a 4.6 million alliance? At class disadvantage here with this Ultron. I really hate fighting classic Ultron too. He just tends just to stand there until you try to attack him, and then he parries. Or he does that. Evade is worse than the regular Ultron. There we go. Waiting for Legion to respond. Do they have an opening? I'm going to take a look at that again. When did you complete Labyrinth? Black Panther, Star-Lord. Got 27 out of 30 in the Alliance. Yeah, I bet these people were ecstatic to have you join. They've only got one other 5-star as a profile champ. Rez wants LOL to be buffed. Tell him he can hold off on that. Let me do it first, and then they can buff it. Let's see. I need 3 more duels. 3 more. Missed out on Kang. Well, that wouldn't have been a couple of months ago. That would have been like 1 month ago. Super Gaming Families Alliance. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, we had a guy in our alliance just 100% Labyrinth about a month ago, I think it was, and he just barely made the cutoff for Kang. So it wasn't too long ago. Jenser M, yeah, he's not hard. It's just a Quake. Oops, I just used 5 units. I meant to grab more dual credits from my stash. Sorry, you meant LOL Ultron? Oh, yeah. Why does he want him to be buffed? What is his suggestion there? I'm not even going to try to read that. Charred pancakes. Rufus 15. Let me go grab some dual credits from the stash. And I think I have one more after this. Rufus 15? A 2-star Black Widow? Okay. Or I spelled that wrong, didn't I? It's ROOFUS. Did I spell that wrong? Like, why would I want to duel a 2-star? I mean, that's easy, but... Rufus 15. Okay. That's a little better. 4-star Star-Lord. Ah, he got that up too fast. There we go. He says LOL Ultron is terrible compared to 5-star regular Ultron because of the regen. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Regen is nice, but I think he's stronger. I mean, and the poison I think is gonna do more damage. It seems to me the poison. Well, of course I haven't fought a 5-star Ultron, Age of Ultron. But, I mean, just the AI when I fight the classic Ultron, it's just so different. He's annoying to fight. I hate fighting him. Alright, I'm just going to go in and fight one more in my alliance. This is Ronin 1979. He's the one that just beat Labyrinth about a month ago. Well, finished exploring Labyrinth. Made the 300 cutoff to get Kang. But he had actually already got Kang from that gifting event we had back at around Christmas. AI in duels fight like they have 2 extra chromosomes. Yeah, something like that. Give us the Guardians, and there's the Mutant. And we should have enough to open a Guardians crystal. At least one. Let me claim that free crystal there. And see what we get for signature stones. I think item use is still going on, so I can use those. Cosmic. Alright. We've only got 2 days left. And I have yet to pull a 4-star from a Guardian's Crystal. Is tonight the night? 4-star Star-Lord. Or a 2-star Rocket. Might as well pop those open. And a max signature ability crystal. Okay, well, we're going to have another 4-star soon. Looks like maybe tomorrow. 171 shards away from another 4-star. We're almost halfway to another 5-star. So I'm hoping to get to pop open one more crystal before getting into the labyrinth. And maybe we'll get lucky and get that Star-Lord. If not, we'll be running it probably with the 4-star. So, I do thumbnails on my videos that I make for like highlights and stuff, but for the live streams I have not created a thumbnail yet. It's been on my mind to do, but I haven't got around to doing it. But that's something I will be taking care of likely this week, since I have been streaming pretty regularly over the last several weeks. It needs to get done. So anyway, that's going to do it for me tonight, guys. Once again, thanks for hanging out with me for a bit. You made the grind a little bit more enjoyable and a little bit less grueling, and for that I appreciate you. Again, tomorrow night, I usually don't stream on Monday nights, but I have been known to occasionally, so if I do stream, I will send out a tweet so you can follow me on Twitter and get a notification, or subscribe to the channel to make sure you get the notifications there. Until next time, this is Grant Kahonu, smoking it down. Have a great night, guys. Thanks.